Alright, so I figured I'd start recording this since this is a new leg on the whole journey to get one of these game projects off the ground. So this is, same assets you've seen in my other videos. I took a few months off, decided to switch gears from doing like a randomly generated single player thing to a basically stalker MMO is what we're going for here. Um, we, me, I got one buddy who's gonna help out with models and stuff maybe. Uh, Try to see who else I can get involved, but yeah, I'm using a lot of the native Unreal tools in this version. So like the grass that's automatically applied to the landscape looks pretty nice. Maybe a little too thick, but this is the very first try at using some of these tools. So I'm using world composition again. I think these maps, I don't really know. I want to say there may be a kilometer across, something like that. Um, but as you can see, I just threw in my little city blocks I made before to kind of test out the speed, and man, it's going fucking steady, which I'm kind of surprised. So what I'll do is I'll go over to the next map, which has nothing in it. But the idea of this whole project is you start out like a lobby or whatever, and your stalker's entering the zone to do jobs, and then you would come back to the outside world to get your reward, recuperate, all that type of shit. Um, but you'll discover entrances throughout the zone as you play, and then you'll be able to. Oh, I have the map right there. That's the Tarkov map as a placeholder. Um, you'll be able to go in and out through these new entrances that you discover, so you can get closer to your goals. You can penetrate like deeper into the zone. All that type of shit. So it should be cool. I'm kind of thinking it along the lines of like Escape from Tarkov, um, co-op Stalker. You'll have other groups of stalkers running around too. The AI controlled things would probably just be the mutants. Maybe down the line, add the military in, and then maybe further down the line, have the players have the option of playing as a military, Ukrainian soldier or whatever, and you go in and your missions would be specifically military oriented goals, like prevent stalkers from getting to a certain location, that type of thing. Would be cool. It'd be an interesting idea. Kind of going off of Roadside Picnic a little more than Stalker. Also, this is ostensibly taking place in like the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. As much as I love Ukrainian industrial parks, don't have much experience with them, and I don't want to just rip everything directly out of Stalker. I'd kind of like to see the idea transplanted to another location, one that I'm familiar with and can get better reference for and everything, since I'm probably going to be doing a lot of models myself. Probably going to be doing a lot of everything myself. I'm thinking of I'll do what I can do on my lonesome, and then as I go along, hire people to fix shit that I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm probably need someone to fix up my spaghetti code. Definitely sound and music I am not too keen on doing myself. I am keen on doing creature design though, or at least the modeling. Maybe not the design. Anyway, yeah, constant frame rate. This is only 2 levels though, and this one has nothing in it. So I'm going to try transplanting a bunch of these like city blocks into the second level, and I'm going to see if I can make like a big built-up urban area and keep this kind of frame rate. Because I really couldn't in the first versions of this project, where everything was being randomly generated, and I think the reason was because it was being randomly generated. So if it's actually more or less placed by hand, the engine can pretty much pre-cook everything, which it'll make it a lot more efficient. And if I were going to do this single player like I wanted to do originally. I still would like to do a randomly generated world for Stalker, but this this will do. I think this will be cool still. And yeah, fix the LODs on those trees. And then if I get bored playing on the same map, I can always remix it. You can just move sections around and stuff, and kind of like offer like alternative versions of the map, or just make whole new ones. Like in PUBG, they made that huge Daisy type map that's on the big Russian island or whatever, and that's fucking badass. And then they went and they were like, oh, we're gonna make another huge ass map in the desert. That's cool too. Like all their maps are great. They got that new one coming out, Operation Savage or whatever. Looks pretty cool. It's like a jungle, but yeah, and they just give the whoever's hosting the server, just give them the option like, hey, I'm gonna run this map or whatever. But that's fucking years down the line. For right now, if I can get the map, if I can get a basic placeholder world that runs at the speed I want, which so far so good, I'll start coding and all the other shit. I already have the map, the skeleton of the map working, and it needs a lot of tweaks and everything. But right now, I tested it out on a test world, and where you'd spawn in a lobby, you'd only get one location marked on your map, which is this one here, which it might, yeah, there we go, entry point up here. And then if you wander around the map and you come across the second point, it would pop up on your map right here, and you could go from those points back to the lobby down here, or from the lobby to any of those points. And that's basically how Escape from Tarkov works, except Tarkov, I think you just purchase a map and it gives you all of the points automatically, which is fine. And then maybe I'll have different detail levels of maps, like have like a shittier hand drawn one that you start out with, and then like you could purchase like the municipal street map or whatever to get a better idea of where you're at. But you won't see yourself on the map because I'm going for ultra realism more or less. So you'll kind of have to. I might add in like a skill or like a compass or something, or some way to like. I was thinking about a skill system, and you could use it to kind of pinpoint your location a little better. Like it would give you, like say you're right here in reality, and you use like the map navigation skill, it would like show you a point somewhere nearby that you might be at, or something like that, or give you like a big circle and say, hey, you're somewhere within this circle. So, you might have the better your skill, the narrower that circle becomes until it actually pinpoints exactly where you're at. Something like that might be cool. That's if I decide to use skills at all, though, which I'm not sure. Yeah, all right, getting over on time here. Hopefully, this is all gonna work out. I'm loving the terrain in this, though. I wish I messed with the Unreal terrain earlier, because even with just the procedural forest and everything and the grass, it looks friggin' 10 times better than just having these city blocks plonked down all over the place. Because I did want to do more of a suburban thing and then kind of lead into like an urban area. But I got a lot of shit I got to redo, which is fine. At least I'm not starting from scratch. Uh, I did a lot of like all these buildings are basically set to go, except for things like that where the shadows are a little wonky. But overall, everything here makes a great friggin' placeholder, so we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm out.